12. Go.
Are we on?
Yes.
Are you sure we're on?
No.
Oh, okay. So, a big hello to you. It's great to see you, and I do hope that you are well. I'm Jenny Kirk, welcoming you up here to Weir Yard. And of course, last weekend, what we've just had was Key Model World Live, and we were very, very lucky enough to be able to get there on Saturday. A huge thank you to, Mike Wilde and Jonathan Newton, who hooked us up and got us in before the crowds. So there's got to be some perks to being me.
Because there's not in a day-to-day life.
Yeah, because of a day-to-day life.
Can you go to America?
No, I'm illegal in 36 states just by existing. So it's great to see you all. We've got Ham Shackleton, Robert Becking, RG Models 86, Patrick Ling, Fireman Chairman 1, Harry Sedgwick, Anthony Nell, Richard Swiderski, Kenneth Veloca, 3B Rail, Mike Lane, TT120, Richard Knowles, The Tryhart, Plymouth North Road Station, Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase, Warbler Productions, Hugh Harrick, Andy Fry's Junction, Awesome Bricks, JTG Werewolf, and thank you so much, Ham Shackleton, for sharing the link. There are some left. They're getting low stock. There are quite a few sold actually over the weekend. Hello, Jordan Hunter, member for 8 months. Great to see you as well. Tim Allen, Chris Bish UK, Michael Sarsfield, Mark Wilson, Wax through the DeLorean in good time. Managed to get the flux capacitor all set up right to get you back to the right time.
Back in time.
Castle Hill Light Railway. Actually, yeah, it's one of the things you picked up.
I did. I got a flying DeLorean.
Skye Electrics just released the Flying DeLorean from Back to the Future 2, and of course the Cupboard Monkey had to have that. So
and I'm
basically,
so considering having it so that it flies over Weir Yard.
No.
The same way that the aircraft
it's the
do.
wrong scale.
It'd just be closer to us.
No, it's the wrong scale. So, yeah, anyway, over the weekend, Key Model World Live, we were there on the Saturday. We had the meetup, which was really great. Dave Scott sorted that out. It's always great, isn't it, when people automatically just create a meetup. We didn't have to lift a finger, but we did show up.
We also...
Yes! So Dave Scott, who works at Locomotion Models, very, very kindly got us one of the Mallards. So this is, it's like a bathroom duck, but it's in the style of, it's a mallard, but in the blue of mallard. And we already had the Flying Scots duck, but the Cupboard Monkey really likes unusual bath ducks. And before you say anything, no, she doesn't actually sit in the bath with all these things floating around her going...
I wouldn't be able to get in the bath, there'd be no space.
Yeah, we do have quite a lot. And it's really quite cool, actually. There's a lot of places have these bespoke ducks, and Locomotion Models have the Flying Scots duck and the mallard as well. So we've now got both of them, so a huge thank you to Dave Scott for that.
Thank you.
And Hillside Junction says I've got the where's it? I've got the Rail 200 red duck. What?
I didn't know there was a
we
one.
didn't know there was one. I
didn't see it, but I do have the bear.
We've got the Rail 200 bear as well. So
Izzy. Isn't bear Kingdom bear now?
There's a lot of bear puns going on.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Right.
I can smell your brain.
But also, I suppose the big announcements over the weekend. We knew it was coming, but Hellion not only announced finally in conjunction with Peachy TT120, who did a big embargo busting video on the Friday. It was all above board and sanctioned. He didn't do anything naughty. Even Ben Jones from Hellion was in the video. But Hellion are going into TT120 with the first two models they've announced, Class 55 Deltic and also the Class 121 Bubble Car, which is actually a really good choice. The Deltic, obviously, very popular locomotive. That's always a good idea. But the Class 121 Bubble Car, a lot of different liveries, really long-lived, and it's perfect for space-starved modelers. So they had running samples on show, which was on Peachy TT120's Camelot layout on the Hellion stand. They look really, really good, actually. So really looking forward to seeing how they're coming. Also had some information, the Class 104 that they're doing in 00. They had a livery sample of that in the Mexican bean livery, which...
the what?
Yeah, train people have silly nicknames.
Is this like the Mexican hat dance?
No, it's a livery from the 80s, but that looks amazing. So apparently the Class 104 is in production, so they're not that far away. Now, what else did we have? Well, I suppose
before we go any further, we've got two things to do. Joanna Harris has asked, can we wish Simon Reed a happy 70th birthday?
Yes, we can.
Happy birthday to you, squash tomatoes and stew, bread and butter in the gutter.
Happy birthday to you.
And
Wow.
secondly, roll VT.
Oh, hold on. There.
Welcome to the Monday Club, your online model rail club for all the news, gossip, layout tours and more with your host, broadcaster and model maker, Jennifer Kirk.
The Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering, or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look right through to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey. So, welcome back, and there seems to be a few people who are arriving late, Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Oh, and we've got Scanman in. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon from Montana, he says. That's the best we can do for basically protecting yourself from Chinese spy balloons with a
And a
tinfoil
big
hat.
thank you to Scanman for the condolences card.
Absolutely, yes. I really, really appreciated that. Thank you so much. And New Junction is in. Says, good evening. Great to see you both over the weekend. Yes, great to see you too. You're looking really, really good, actually, Richard, I have to say. So it's really good to see you. That is not the Queen Mary 2 coming into port. That is actually the Cupboard Monkey deciding that now's a great time to direct her snot blast at the microphone. And
I wasn't. I aimed away. It's just that it echoes.
Rightio. And also, a huge thank you as well. One of the Monday Clubbers who won tickets to Key Model World Live very kindly gave us these outrageously chocolatey, well, I'll be the judge of that, milk chocolate coated custard cream biscuits. So Gandalf is what Gandalf oh Gandalf.
The bear's gone as well.
The bear went, ooh, biscuits. So, currently Gandalf is breaking into the package. Cymru Rails is M&S worth more than gold. Simon Trains Mother Railway Showcase says, noticed you were watching some slot car rallying on the Dan Everson slot car layout. I have to say that, actually, if I had to pick my favourite thing at the show, I'm going to say Dan Everson's slot car rally layout. Because it was so different and imaginative.
It was a wonderful thing. I'm sad that my DeLorean couldn't get round it due to
we
its
tried the
sheer
DeLorean
size.
on it, but it kept getting stuck. But yeah, for me, I'd have to pick that. But
Oh my goodness.
Eastfield, Yeah, it's all right. There's a whole box there.
Oh, look at what's in it. It's an entire custard cream.
Yes, it is. Eastfield, Mick Worrell's Eastfield layout was very impressive as well. But actually, there was a huge... Sorry, just say that snot car racing sounds like fun, says Nigel Cole. Not if you're on the receiving end. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath has spotted the TARDIS by the Bowstring Bridge. Yes, trying to find new locations that you guys don't immediately spot is really tough. I'm sure that Warbler Productions is 80 inches of plasma running Blade Runner-esque software. Enhanced 32 to 48. TARDIS spotted. TARDIS spotted. Ivor Junction says, love the Railway 200 Bear. Chip Rockwell says, might Zoe and Jenny review together the N-scale Hunslet Austerity in the Manchester Ship Canal livery? Possibly. I'm actually really hoping that either EFE Rail or somebody else maybe does an MSC liveried Hunslet. Actually, I think they had 2 of them. Would really love to see them in 00. So
I'm going to say my favourite layout of the weekend. It's a toss-up. I absolutely adored. What was it called? Beggarwood Lane, I think it was called. The huge 00 gauge layout. The Yorkshire Tramway was superb, and I could have watched that all day.
Can I just say, new favourite biscuits? These
because that Yorkshire one, if the tram wasn't bringing your attention, the huge number of road vehicles that were just running around doing their own thing would have. And this one was extra special, the Lego Gronks. The Lego Gronk layout was so good. Oh yeah, and Zoe's video with the Das Boot.
The Das Boot?
Did you not see it? Oh, there was the guy that, you know, that one that had the fish tank that I pointed out to you?
Yes, I did see the fish tank. That was really good.
The tank with the fish in it. Well, near that, he had a submarine that was a Wellington boot, and it's just Das Boot.
I love it. And that's one of the things that Key Model World Live really has going for it, is that it's not just railways. There's a lot of military modelers and such like. And slot car racing, as we saw with Dan Everson's amazing rally stage. Absolutely mesmerising, fully scenic, and it looked incredible. And really, I think it's inspired us to think about giving it a go.
Oh yeah, I'm going to do a cut down version, but I'm going to do Hockenheim.
Now, Eclectic Train says, which 00 scale Gronk would you say that you prefer, Hornby or Bachmann? Right, well, I have to say that currently available models, I would say the Hornby one. It edges it out over the Bachmann version that's been out since the late 90s, I think, about 1999, 2000. I think the current, it's no longer available because they're getting ready to launch their new one. But on the Bachmann stand, they had samples of the new Gronk, and they are incredible. I think that is going to set a new standard. So I'm really looking forward to those. Also, the Class 66 and the 69, apparently both of these will be arriving together around the same time. But the models that they had on display really do take both of those to an absolutely new level. Now, I know there's been a lot of people talking about Class 66's alternatives on the market, but the Bachmann one does look really, really good.
I'm not entirely sure. Did we get photos at the Bachmann stand?
I don't know. Talk to the nice people.
Well,
these
what I was thinking was, I'll just bring up
amazing.
The photos we took. Okay, that doesn't seem to have worked.
What did you press?
I pressed it. There it is. Okay, it's taken a while, so don't press it too many times. But here's the photos that we took. So
first of all, in the car with the bear.
Yeah, the bear is driving us home. He was very good. He was very good at driving. Izzy's actually quite a good bear. Now these you loved. The Primo Models trees.
Yeah, you made a bit of a mess on
I'm sorry to Primo Models. I wrote Primo Trees on their winner's certificate for the
In
Jenny
fairness,
Monday
that's
Club
what I was.
choice.
I call them that as well.
So we got some lovely trees. Take me home, but when we were looking at this one, we actually did do a Monty Python thing. How to recognise trees from a long way away. Number 1, the larch.
And now, figure
They
10.
have so many different types, though.
Yeah, and these little dioramas he builds are really good as well. Now, Minith Tatus Newith features quite a few of the Primo Models trees.
Yeah.
So you were quite taken with that, Stan.
I was.
Now,
I took a lot of interest because I'm sorry to say that a lot of us, myself included, we go for the rolling stock rather than the landscape. And we really shouldn't.
Anthony says Green Gronks and TT120 have sold out already a few days.
Oh my goodness.
They are very popular. Eclectic Trains asks why another 66. Now, you have to understand that these things are in tooling for a very long time. So actually, just roll it back.
Oh, sorry.
Charlie of Chadwick Model Railways there, giving me a Werther's Originals. He was going around giving people Werther's Originals, and every time he did it, he's like,
happy.
Ding. He's such a nice guy.
I had to turn it down though due to the fact that I've lost the top of one of my teeth due to an injury.
But,
so I said no.
But I mean, that was. It's always fun meeting Charlie. I know he does watch. He keeps tabs on me, making sure I don't do any of the granddad jokes. But it's always great to see him.
Peachy's in. He says TT120's dead. Thank you very much, Peachy, for signing my second Peachy and Son wagon. So I now have.
Can I just say
both? 1 and 2.
Can I just say?
It's nice that they're in different colours.
The packaging said outrageously chocolatey, and I said I'd be the judge of that. I think they're right. These are amazing biscuits.
So I don't remember us taking photos at the backman stand, but we do appear to have the Class 11 at Hellion, which was rather nice. I was very taken by it. It's got interesting different liveries as well, which is always good. And I went full Japanese tourist on it. This one's the Class 12. Class 12, that was it. Yes, I could recognise the Class 12 by the fact that it's got 15 written on it. Stop confusing me, I've just got used to the number schemes.
Peachy TT120 says the next Peachy wagon is gone. It's sold out.
What, number 3?
Well, I think the one that you got signed.
Number 2. Oh my god, I know.
Well done, my son. Hey, you're putting me to shame.
I know that I did get in.
Would you take those?
I'd best grab them now because they won't be there later. So I'm glad I did. I was basically straight to beeline at TMC to get it. Machine NZ says, morning from New Zealand. Hope you're both well. Thank you very much, Gandalf. I believe we have a latecomer from where you were you were involved in some kind of film project.
Oh yes, it was very good. Very good. The Monday Clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Scanman says you're making me hungry for chocolate. And these are good. Have you got the outer packet somewhere?
The outer limits.
I want to show people these.
I do control the horizontal and vertical.
Now, can I just say, these are what we're eating.
Outrageous!
These are incredible. More than 50% of these biscuits are chocolate. These were given to us by one of the Monday Clubbers, who very, very kindly they gave us these as a thank you for because they won tickets in our giveaway. So
it was great to see so many of you guys.
These new favourite biscuit, incidentally. We don't have a Marks and Spencer's anymore. The one in Bolton closed.
Yeah, we don't get a Marky Sparks.
Yeah, and now going back to, I'm just talking about the Class 11. We do actually have, and before it gets round there, I'm going to press the button.
Hit the lever.
So, do you want to keep an eye on that? There we go.
No, I don't want to.
So look at the top level, and you'll see I have finally picked up a Class 11. I went for the Rail Blue version. This was the factory weathered version. They actually had them on a show special offer over at Kerno Models. So it was £136 for this, and it was like basically there's my strike price. So I picked it up. So there we go. So that's my Class 11. I'm quite pleased with it, actually. There will be a review video coming, but not for a few weeks, because you'll also see spinning around we got a set of the quad arts from Ellis Clark
Yes,
Trains.
we have.
They're going to be reviewed for, I think next week is when we're planning on putting
Yeah,
them
not
out.
this week because we've already got a video done.
But also, this is a perfect moment to point out that at the show, Ellis Clark Trains, Clark Railworks.
Clark Railworks.
They're interchangeable in my head. Demountable
same
wagons. Did you get any photos of the demountable wagons?
Yes, I got
Oh.
one or two.
We'll get to them eventually. You're going to make the computer crash now, right?
I'm trying my best to find the
Right,
damn
well,
thing.
Shall I go?
No, I've broken it.
I knew it. The manic clicking. Yeah, quad art set, working lights and all. Ah, that's the 104 in Mexican Bean.
Okay, just bring it up then.
So we did mention.
Doing.
We did mention this. The Class 104 actually looks really quite good in Mexican
I love the
Bean.
little dog.
That's the Scotty dog for is it Eastfield Depot?
I just love it.
So the quad arts are going round behind an Oxford Rail N7. I did have a good long chat actually with Guillaume from
Iron Horse asked what Class 11 you're currently running.
see where's the end of the box. So this is I don't know whether you can read it from there. It's 12052 in weathered BR blue with wasp stripes, and
Nice.
it's for anybody interested. It's an easy fit for. I've got a DCC Concepts. No, not DC. I've got an AE Models Next 18 decoder with their Just Plug In Stay Alive, the one that they affectionately call the one with the tentacles. It's an easy fit. There's no messing about.
What's that?
And that's also a Class 104. You're basically going through the different livery samples for the 104.
You told me to take photos of everything, so I did.
Yeah. Like a Japanese tourist. And that's it's a BR blue, but it's got like a white stripe. Now, we are looking at these through glass. So sometimes you get weird reflection. Now, this is the TT120
Yes.
121 bubble car as running on Peachy TT120's a Camelot layout.
Which I adore. It's
It's
one of the
a
best
great
layouts
layout.
I've seen.
It shows just what you can do in a small space for TT120. This was a running sample. It was running around. So there's some great shots of it here. Really, really impressed by this. There's the Class 55 with, I presume that's either Ben Jones or Peachy's. Or
That's
maybe
Peachy's hand holding it in still so that I could take the photo.
So that
There
looks
we
really
go.
good. Looking forward to seeing livery samples of these.
Yeah.
And
then it was off.
yeah,
Straight away, the moment you let
whee!
go. And look at the speed that they were going at. That's how...
Yeah,
how
I
quick.
had
I
to-
just held down the
I
shutter.
have to say to Peachy, could you slow them down a bit, please? It's a bit
Beep,
hard to
beep.
get photos. It was racing them around, and of course, people were there trying to get photos, you know.
That's why you did it, I'm sure.
How
I
on
would.
earth?
I would.
How on earth are the scum that are YouTube influencers?
Oh, I hate that term.
I hate that term.
It makes it sound like you're the Grand Vizier, whispering into the King's ear, the Sultan's ear even, in some medieval country.
Yeah. All they influence is the kick up the arse. The black liver, that's just because it's a running sample. So, here's the quad arts, right.
So we're at Ellis now.
So this is over at Ellis's stand. Now, the teak livery that you're seeing here looks amazing.
Pretty sure it's sold out.
It's not sold out, but it's nearly sold out.
Oh, that
He
was it,
He
nearly.
said it's been incredibly popular. These are due at the end of next month. The crimson and the maroon ones are in stock and are ready to go, selling really well. But the teak ones, he said they're due around the end of next month. This sample looks amazing. It really is a great livery application. And
was
we've got
very
the
impressed.
maroon ones going round, which I have to say, really, really impressed with these. Whilst the cupboard monkey gets through the happy snaps, that's the low Mac.
I do like them.
I do actually. I've got that very livery.
I like that they're a
Right.
smile.
Now.
Now then.
this is the demountable tanks. This is the next 00 gauge wagon that's coming from Clark Railworks. A very unusual wagon, albeit very long lasting. I think they appear in the late 1940s, maybe even slightly before that. And some were running right through into the early 1990s, albeit in departmental use. This is with the propeller carrier. So it's like a crate, and inside there, on the real ones, would have been a propeller for something like a short Stirling or a Lancaster, that kind of thing. And one of the preserved examples has recently been outshopped like this. I think it might be at Didcot. So they're doing a model of that. These are actually quite well on the way. They've announced quite late in the cycle, as they like to do. But that really does look quite interesting. They've also got a whole bunch of the tank ones. Now, this Haymarket water tank, this one actually ran with one of the breakdown cranes until pretty late. I think that this represents it certainly in 1979 into the early 80s. It may even have got yellow with chevron black later on. I have seen a photo of one like that.
I want to say something about these.
Mm-hmm.
The moment I saw them, I thought, someone has finally got chains right.
Yes.
Because it's not a straight line. It's not like it's just strung out at high tension. There's a little bit of curve in that.
They are actually real chains. You can change the demountable loads, and that they will be doing a load of separate loads. So you can chop and change. And photographs do show that occasionally the wagons were seen without the tank, and vice versa, the tank's seen without the wagon. Originally used for like breweries and such like.
What's this?
They're going to be £40 from Clark Railworks and stockists, and the level of detail is incredible. So we picked up a leaflet. We've got some of the pictures in there, but really
there's the one I really like.
Yeah, the Bass Worthingtons.
Yes.
So some of these, they were used for all sorts of things. I think originally, Crossfield Chemicals had some, ICI, but a lot of breweries as well. There's a BR Adhesives wagon that used to run between various depots. And they're just such an unusual, quirky thing. I think quirky does sell. And I'm really looking forward to seeing those. Again, that's the Quad Art in the teak livery. There again are the demountable tanks.
They were so nice.
They really are. £40 a pop, and the detail is exquisite. The thing about Clark Railworks is that it's basically without compromise. The price is £40 because they've made them perfect.
Yeah.
So if you don't like the price, then goodbye. Right, also, Simon Kohler was there signing copies of his new book. So this is Hornby TT120, and I've got a signed copy.
Like every other book that was there.
Yeah. So Simon Kohler made sure that his biro worked on my copy of the book. It's like,
his signature's the same as yours.
Yeah,
just testing the pen.
Yeah, look, I'm not even looking. So it's really great to have a chat again with Simon.
I'd like to point out, ladies and gentlemen, I got that for Jen as a present.
Absolutely. So hoping to get Simon on for an interview again. We have already done an interview with Simon quite a while ago now. But he did give me his... I've got his number. I can give him a call, get him on for an interview at some point. Probably
when she phones up, Simon, why does your phone number tell me the time?
Yeah. Why does your phone number actually a Chinese takeaway? I'm not complaining. They're really nice chips. But there we go. Railway music lover says, evening all, hope all is well. Gandalf.
And Tim Davis has also popped in as well. So Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Paul Hewitt's just sneaked in as well. Gary Lewis says, hi Jenny, sorry I missed you at Key Model World. Good to bump into Zoe at the Lego Railway layout. It was a great show.
Oh, I spent a lot of time around the Lego layout.
And Christopher Lewis says, evening all, no need to disturb Gandalf. No, it doesn't work like that, you know.
So earlier on, someone was asking, did we come home with a Spitfire?
Yes, because
And I'm happy to
there was a Spitfire
Yeah.
in the hall. You may have seen a little sneak peek.
But I actually came home with 2. This is Blood Red Skies.
So I'm going to hold it carefully so the box doesn't fall apart.
It's an Airfix war game. Like Airfix Battles, which is on the ground. This is a war game with Spitfires and Messerschmitts.
So where did you get that from? Is that brand new, or was that a second-hand but unused one?
Completely unopened, in the packaging still. 20 quid.
Which stall was that off?
I can't remember. They sold all kinds of war games. But here's the thing about it.
So it's kind of like Airfix kits that you build up, but then you use them.
These are the 4 Airfix kits that are in it.
So you
2
get a lot
Spitfires,
for
2
your money.
Messerschmitts.
It's gone off the top, but somebody said they've got a very rare unsigned copy. So how does that work? You buy the book and Simon goes, "Do you want me to sign it?" Sign it. No. Push off. I want my unsigned.
Here's the thing. If he's already distracted talking to someone, you can buy it and then just walk away.
Or he might have been. He was giving a talk as well. There was a talk.
He was, and we didn't get to go to it because I was.
No, because
I was basically almost passed out. I
believe
sat and
yeah,
saw your models.
It was sold out, and you needed a ticket for it as well. Which,
well, there would have been that.
Going to the dog says, "Evening, ladies. Evening, all. What have I missed?" Well, we've been going through all the news from Key Model World Live.
Yes.
And some of the purchases. Now, people always love to know what I've been buying. Now, I've shown you the Class 11, and I did say that I'd get one of these. And true to my word, I did get one. I'm really looking forward to the Class 12 as well. Because then, with the Class 10 that I made, I'll have the full house.
Jen, Doug.
Anthony says, did Peachy get a sneaky pass for Simon's talk? I don't know, you'll have to ask him. Richard Gruter says it was me.
Who's there on the Sunday too?
Ben
Excellent.
Tullett says, I have a book signed by the boss of a very large layout called Making Tracks at Home.
I got you that as well.
Yeah,
and it's signed.
Yeah, Pete Waterman and Making Tracks were there as well. Simon Kohler was there all weekend. He was kind of flitting about on the Key Model World Live stand, promoting the book. So I hope it's done really well. I will hopefully get an interview with him later on this year.
Yeah.
Rich Knoll says you could also model that unclassified Gronk with the Crossley engine and Crompton Parkinson equipment. It was a D3/4 because the D3/4 was that one, wasn't it? And then the D3/5 is the one which became the Class 10. Now, I suspect that had the D3/4 lasted long enough to get onto tops, then they might have both been lumped together as Class 10. So you'd have like a Class 10-0 and a Class 10-1. But it's academic because they withdrew them all before the tops numbers appeared.
Jan, bear with me.
Yes. Michael Sarsfield says, anything from Oxford, Jen? Yes, but I'm not allowed to tell you about it. But we are going to be visiting Oxford Rail at the end of next month. So stay tuned. We're going to be going to seeing them. They were doing really well. Had a great chat with Eloise and also Guion. So watch this space. I can't reveal any details. I was told it in confidence. We had a good... I was chatting with Guion for about an hour, actually.
Yeah.
JTG Werewolf, absolutely. 63 likes from 284 watching. Hit the like button.
Hit the lever.
Hit the lever. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, then do hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Awesome Brick says, don't tell him, Pike. Pike. Oh. 3B Rail. Oh, thank you so much for your generosity. Very, very kindly donated £10. Says, evening, Jenny and Zoe. Hope you're well. A little donation towards refilling the coffers. Oh, you're too kind. You don't have to, but thank you so much. It's incredibly generous of you. We'll put it towards another pack of them biscuits. And I'm really sorry. The the Monday Clubber, who won the tickets and very kindly gave us that packet of biscuits, thank you so much for letting me know about my new favourite biscuits. They are amazing.
And apologies that I couldn't get up and say hi to you because I was sat on the floor behind Sawyer Model's stand, attempting not to pass out from heat stroke. What a hot room that was. Did they have the heating on?
Initially, somebody said when they went in there, the heating on when they were setting up at the start. It's like, are you stupid?
Yes, apparently.
And it's always really hot in there. To be honest, the NEC is always like that. You need to take with you bottles of water and stuff. Now, thankfully, Andy Fryer's Junction very kindly let us raid his 7-Up a mini fridge. He had a mini fridge. It was great. Railway Music Lover says, smash the like button, folks. Yeah, smash it, smash it.
Hit the lever.
Hit the lever. So yeah, we had a great time. Now, what else did I buy? I bought a load of trees from Primo Models for Minith Tatus Newydd. Now, the first part of that video has been really popular. If you haven't seen it, do go and see it at some point this week. Hit the like button, you know the drill. But it's probably about a 4 or even 5 part series, the rebuilding of Minith Tatus into Minith Tatus Newydd. I'm so impressed with the results. And I think it's going to be something special. Its exhibition debut is on the 28th, 29th of June at the Bluebell Railway at their Model Railway Gala. Now, a huge apology to Freising Hall Models. I managed to get myself double booked. I was supposed to be going to Freising Hall Models. I think it's their 70th birthday. It turns out it's the same weekend on the 28th. So I had to very, very apologetically let them know I couldn't make it. I was so sorry about that. I don't like letting people down. But if you're in the area, Freising Hall Models on, I think it's the 28th of June, it's their birthday bash, and they're going to be having Pete Waterman as a special guest. They've got layouts there as well. And of course, it's a big, well-stocked shop in just north of Bradford. I think they're up near Pudsey in Bradford, sort of north end. It's pretty easy to get to, actually. A really great model shop and well worth a visit if you're in the area. Peter Jackson Julie Hughes says Saddleworth show this weekend, 3rd, 4th, 5th of May. Of course, bank holiday. And yes, we will be here on Monday. Ivor Junction says my Monday Club wagon arrived last week, which I purchased from TMC. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Topsy is very, very impressed with you. Thank you so much. There are some left. I know the Daypole wagons are sticking a little bit. And we are currently in talks for the next commission. And it'll be coming from another manufacturer that we've not used before. What have you done? I told you that came off. So you could paint up the piano and put it inside the box.
So those of you wondering what Jen's talking about, we're building the Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah, Minith Tatus Newydd is going to have Laurel and Hardy moving a piano.
Why are they going to have Laurel and Hardy?
Because why not?
No. Why are they going to have it? There's a reason. You're putting stuff here, there, and everywhere, aren't you? For a reason.
Yes, because we're going to have a laminated cheat sheet on the front which says, can you spot the following? And it'll be a long list of things you can spot on Minith Tatus Newydd to encourage particularly kids to really just get engrossed in the model and to pay close attention to a lot of the modelling. We've got things like animals, birds, cameos from Laurel and Hardy. We're going to try and get a Mr. Tumnus, although might be able to get the Devil. I know that I think it's Prizer do a painted model of the Devil, so I am quite tempted by that. There's miners, hobos riding a boxcar, various people, stone circle, count the sheep, how many deer can you find, all this kind of stuff. I think it'll be a really great idea. So who else have we got? And we've got a few latecomers turning up.
The Monday Clubber is never late to the wagons.
Oh.
Nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Tim Maslin says, I need to speak to Trains for You. I bought one of their Cavalex wagons, but there was nothing in the box. I wanted to put 2 scimitar tanks on it. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, just drop them a line and have a chat with them. They're pretty good lads at Trains for You.
Unfortunately, mistakes do happen.
Yeah, they might have given you the box for the ones that are in the display cabinet. Nigel Cole says the film you refer to is The Music Box. Absolute classic. A Laurel and Hardy short film comedy released in 1932. And the... Okay, and that song's actually called Dance of the Cuckoos. But no, it's a, I'm cuckoo, you're cuckoo. There are actually lyrics to it. You can find it online. But it's from Buggle Skelly Station, who incidentally is one of the retailers who are a part of the Monday Club Badge discount scheme. As we always say, support the retailers who support your hobby.
Yep.
Now, also talking about
and he's a good lad as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, also West Hill Wagon Works. Some new products being released either for the show or just beforehand. Very kindly given me samples of both of them. Now, one of them is this is a controller handset holder for NCE Power Cab. So it's great for just screwing onto the fascia of your layout and gives you somewhere to store your NCE Power Cab when not in use. So this is a new product from them, and it's the perfect accompaniment to your NCE handset, which is about the same size, actually, it must be said, to the Gauge Master Prodigy.
Screw it onto somewhere like that?
Yeah, but I haven't got a lead. It lives over here. That'll be for a different layout.
Yeah.
But then this, we've got the West Hill Wagon Works Tension Lock Uncoupler. And this is something, I know...
That's the kind of thing I could use, because I had trouble earlier on.
Yes. This is a ready-made tool for actually uncoupling your wagons. So basically you've got your handle and it's easy to use. You've got your paddle at the bottom. You hook in underneath and just lift the tension locks. And this is just a perfect ready-made thing. Now, I've made something similar in the past using bits of sprue and plastic card, but you know, it's a faff. And not everybody is as crafty as I am at making stuff.
Could I ask, do they have any in N-gauge? Because it's too small for me to see properly these days.
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. But this is in 00, and I have to say, this has got to be, for me, the must-have item. For anybody using tension locks, I'm not one who likes shunting wagons. And the reason for that is because the uncoupling is quite tricky. And all of a sudden, we now have the perfect tool from West Hill Wagon Works to be able to do that. So I might have a go at doing some shunting up here, see if I can...
You shunting?
Yeah. So there we are. It's the West Hill Wagon Works Tension Lock Uncoupler. It's our top pick of handy products that you look at and you think, why has nobody made one of those before? Oh, excuse me.
So Jen, I think we've covered everything that we saw that was coming from the show, but is there any other news?
Pass.
Okay.
I think that's everything. I'm just looking at the floor, all the different things. Other locomotive. People always ask me, what else did you pick up? Right. Well, I also picked up. Just lift it off the layout. I've got another Hornby 8F. Now, like a Muppet. I spotted it secondhand. It was a really good price from Sawyer Models. Again, another retailer who's part of the Monday Club badge schemes for in-person purchases. Support the retailers who support your hobby. West Hill Wagon Works as well, part of the scheme. Again, support them too.
You were about to say Monday Badge Club, and then you ended up saying Monday Butt Club.
Yeah, it could be. 48154. For some reason, I got in my head that was the holy grail of the running number of one of the Hornby 001s. But of course, that's 48158. So it's close, but no cigars. But it's a good model anyway. I also picked up from TMC, the Model Centre, another retailer who's part of the Monday Club badge scheme for shopping in person. And I picked up, where's it gone? Oh, it's behind me somewhere on the lane.
It's behind you.
On the mineral train, I got one of the all-new Bachmann Class 20s. These are the ones with the Plux 22 sockets and the working lights. And the main reason for this is I want to do a video at some point to compare, what's the difference between old and new on the Class 20. So far, I'm actually pretty impressed with the model. They may have sold out now, but they were on an amazing deal through TMC, the model centre, and they had it, and they had a second one as well. Different, same livery, different running number, and they were a really good price. Peter Jackson Julia Heath says, I put a wagon in for graffiti with TMC at the show. Yes, you'll have seen in the sponsor role that we run towards the start and end of the Monday Club. They do some amazing graffiti and custom weathering. Peter Jackson Julia Heath says, and bought some figures for Dan Everson to paint. Of course, Model U, another one of the retailers who are doing deals. They do tend to change from show to show, but ask them at the show. Don't ask, don't get. They did have, I think it was 10% off for in-stock figures for Monday Club badge wearers. And of course, Dan Everson does offer a painting service. It does cost extra, but he does an amazing job. Vicky Lawler says, old Batman 20s are basic but tough as old boots. I have 3, still want a green one. I've got each iteration. I've got the original 8-pin version, I've got the 21-pin version, and now I've got the Plux 22 version. And I'll be honest, the original 8-pin version I was always very, very happy with. Now, are you going to hold that up to the camera, or do you want me to? So, the Cupboard Monkey has very, very...
I've loosened it off so you can take it out.
Oh, well, I'm trying to open the thing. You loosened it with the lid shut, so now it's just... Yeah, you muppet. You're rattling it around and... Oh, you goofed.
You done goofed.
Yes. Trevor's TT Trains, big hello to Platform 7A. Now, this is the DeLorean from Scale Electrics. So I'm going to hand the box back to you. This is what the Cupboard Monkey got. Oh, it does have... It has wheels at the back, but then it has
hidden
the side...
wheels.
Yeah, hidden wheels, because it's got to have something to drive it along. But there we are. So, Mark Wilson, waxer of the DeLorean. We've got your DeLorean!
Peter Jackson straight in there. It's Mark's DeLorean.
Yeah. So, I do love the DeLorean GMC 12. I think is a pretty timeless car. It's interesting to think, as a car, it was very unsuccessful for various reasons. But as an icon of the 80s, the DeLorean DMC 12 really, I think it's a timeless design. The front end of it always reminded me a little bit of the Audis of the day. But what I really love, and I did hint to Oxford Diecast, that perhaps they should consider doing a DeLorean DMC 12. Not the time machine, because obviously there'd be expensive licensing issues, but actually turning up to just make the DeLorean car. It was, after all, a real car. And I think that would be really good. Yes, Tim Allen, it was really expensive for food in there.
My biggest issue with the DeLorean, Mark says it's a little small. We put it onto the Scale Electric rally strip, and you can see some marks on the tyres where it couldn't quite get round, because this is actually, due to the way the wheels stick out,
it's wider.
It's wider than your average car. So it wouldn't go round. Yeah,
and Ivor Junction, you're probably not far off the truth, although I don't think it could reach 88 miles per hour in real life.
It couldn't. It's a redone speedometer for the film.
No, that's because in the US, because the original speedometer as fitted on those for other markets went far higher. But I think in the US, they weren't happy about the fact that it could go faster than the speed limit, so it had a different speedometer. But yeah, it had I think the engine that was in it was common to Volvo and Renault of the day, I believe.
What's very interesting is it's got two different sizes of wheel. The back wheels are bigger than the front wheels.
Yeah. Right, anyway, I'm trying to not lose my train of thought. It is quite warm up here, and the Cupboard Monkey is a bad influence. Along with the Tumble of Clowns, the trombonist doing an amazing rendition of Dance of the Cuckoos. Thank you, Tumble of Clowns. Ben Tullett says the DeLorean engine was a Renault engine which was dreadfully pathetic on power. No wonder the VW van could keep up with it. Yes.
Yes.
That is a really good point. It was a Renault V6.
Why would the Libyans have a hippie mobile?
I don't know, maybe they got it cheap from somebody who'd run out of money and needed their hemp fix. Now, one of the things I wanted to do tonight... Oh, Malco Blue says, a bit late, forgot it was Monday, and I had to make the tea for my wife and son, who is down in Cornwall for a few weeks. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm shaking up a Humbrol enamel, and it really is... This is what's known as the good stuff. This tin is actually from... I'd say early 1990s, so it's before they changed the formulation.
They changed it, now it sucks.
So actually, this is a good tin. And if you get any that say, any that have this font and say enamel on it, just like this, they never die. They're still as good now as the day that they were put in the tin. Just need to give them a good stir if they've been sat around for a while. As long as they've been sealed, these things don't dry out. But I'm going to... Oh, I like that. Trevor's TT Trains, the inventor of the time travel car, Albert Goggins, has sadly died. He lived from 1978 to 1568. Richard Gruter says, is it carcinogenic? I'm not really planning on drinking it, but I suspect it's not the healthiest.
Probably not.
I believe... let's just have a look at the... no, it doesn't even tell you what's in it.
People said, wow, is that an actual tin?
Yeah. I believe the solvent in these is xylene, which is a good word for Scrabble, incidentally. Write it down, because it begins with an X. Xylene is Xylene. And it's the stuff that smells really nice, but is incredibly harmful to you.
Yes.
So I've been stirring that for a while. Now, I'm going to move Topsy out of the way.
Are you a stirrer?
Yeah, I'm going to move Topsy out of the way. And then we're going to have a little bit of a project on. So would you like to angle the camera down, Zoe?
Sure.
Whilst I need to... There we are. I've got my special implementation device for...
There you go.
Yeah. Can people see what I'm doing?
Well, they will be able to once I scroll to the other system.
So what I've got
this.
here...
Beep, 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 bong.
So what I've got here, I thought it might be nice, because you guys really enjoyed the kit build. So I've got a Mark Holcroft Model Works small crane. It's a 3D printed item, and I found this in my stash. This came in for review from Enwins 3D, who incidentally as well are another retailer who are part of the Monday Club badge scheme, as we always say. Support the retailers who support your hobby. Richard Gruter says, is this like Bob Ross? Yeah, happy accidents. I opened the cupboard and there it was. But I do like to, sometimes stuff that gets sent for review and they let me keep it. They do hang around a while. Sometimes they end up on Weir Yard. Sometimes they end up on other projects. But in this instance, I'm actually... sorry for the crinkling. They use kind of a cellophane substance, which...
Crinkling.
It comes with very overscale string. I'm not actually going to use that. I'm going to leave it without. I think I'd rather not have the string, the cable, than have it and be tremendously overscale. But with this, it's a one-piece 3D print, some really good detail. I don't know whether you can see the gearing on that.
Ah, yes.
Paul Hewitt says, can't hear very well now. I don't know
why, because it's practically redlining here.
I think you'll find that might be an issue at your end. Right, I've popped the lid of the good stuff. Oh, it is a bit crunchy. There's me going, oh, they're good forever, you know that. I think it's going to need a little bit of a stir. Oh, it's separated.
Oh my goodness, it smells.
Oh yeah, that is the good.
Everyone
stuff.
else is saying sounds fine.
Yeah, I think that's your end.
Sorry,
problem.
Paul.
Yeah. So I'm going to do some stirring for a while. Do you want to put the layout back on?
Stevie Film says sound volume's dropped a bit. Right, give me 1 second. I'm going to quickly check on the actual.
A few people saying
monitor.
it sounds fine. Says RG Models 86. Maura King says sound is fine. Yeah, Harrick says sounds okay here. I honestly, it may be that there's some people are experiencing a little bit of an issue, other people aren't. I said that like the old ones are absolutely fine, and this is actually completely separated. It's going to take me a while. I was shaking it, and all I've been doing is shaking the xylene.
Sounds okay, no issues.
So it may just be because I'm looking down now whilst I'm talking, because the microphone's
of course,
over there.
If I bring the microphone forward,
No, don't mess about.
Well, I've got it as close as I can without it actually getting in the way of the camera.
Yeah, would
How's
you?
that? Looks fine to me.
Right, are you going to put the layout back on the screen? Because I just realised I'm going to be stirring.
You're going to be stirring this for a while, like a stirry stirrer who stirs.
Well, it's it had separated a little. Ooh, I just made a mess. Ooh.
Are you okay? Do you need?
No. It's just splashed up onto the lip
so
of
do
the
you need
tin.
a tissue? Because it's all gone down the front.
Has it? Oh, right. Come on, man down.
I'm grabbing tissues. Don't worry.
Oh, it's my fault. You're going to have to get me the Humbrol thinners as well. There should be a big bottle of that. So we're getting there. Right.
Thinner.
You'll have to read what it says on the...
Well, you don't want the clear varnish or the decal thing.
No, somewhere in there you'll find a big bottle
Acrylic thinners.
No, not that one.
Enamel thinners.
Enamel thinners, that's the one.
Enamel thinners. Thinners of the enamels. There you go.
Yeah, so... talk to the nice people, will you, whilst I concentrate. I'm trying
Richard
not to...
Swiderski says you should have used a cocktail stick. Normally you use a screwdriver, which is why all your screwdrivers look like crap.
Yeah, actually, for a very long time I used to use an old piece of rail. Let's see what's in the stack.
Let's see what she's got in the square window.
Yeah, just seeing what I've got. You know what? I can always wipe off the screwdriver. So,
This is why all your screwdrivers look terrible.
Hey,
You've
this
ever
one...
wondered why Jen's screwdrivers look like they're covered in rust? It's actually paint. She's a right burger.
Yeah, the thing is that...
You're a burger.
Yeah, the thing is that my tools look like tools that somebody that does modelling uses. They're none of these sort of staged for video thing. And that's it. It's like keeping it real, baby. So I'm going to just add a little bit of thinners in. Now, if I had a syringe... If I had a syringe...
Then I'd syringe it, but you don't.
Yes, but unfortunately, I don't have a syringe. So this is going to be tricky. What I'm going to try and do actually is pour it down the screwdriver. A little trick.
This is going to be terrible.
No, there we go. And what you do is if you place the thinners adjacent to the screwdriver and put the screwdriver in the pot, the thinners run down the screwdriver and all of it goes where you want it.
Wow.
Well,
The more you know.
Yeah. Every night's a school night. So I'm just going to mix this up. How are we doing in the chat? I was stirring one enamel paint for nearly half an hour on one occasion, says RG Models 86. Yeah, sometimes this unfortunately has sat for probably about 10 years since it was last used.
Richard Gruger says, will thinners work on me?
Not the... You can get an injection that makes you thinner, but not this stuff.
Injecting tapeworms is not a good idea.
Oh, no. The injection, it's that new thing that's all the rage. Makes all the weight drop off you. Apparently.
I'm not convinced.
What do you mean not convinced? Why? I'm on it. It's working for me. Yes, that's right. Jenny got bored of slowly getting bigger, so she's on weight loss injections. So there you are. You heard it here first, because Jenny's too fat. Right. Just gonna. I think we're about there actually. So there are still some lumps in there, but I think that's all right. One of the reasons I've chosen this paint is it is incredibly good coverage. The older stuff always is. Seriously, the older stuff is always really, really good coverage. One coat covers everything. You can make me full screen now.
Farmer Chairman 1 says, given any paint a good shake is always best practice, but you put the lid on.
Yes, always. Also, it's very warm up here, which isn't...
It is, so it's not going to help, is it?
Well, it's going to make it dry very, very
welcome
quickly.
to live painting with Jenny Kirk.
Yeah, you can literally watch paint dry. So, Zoe, I'm reliant now on you to keep an eye and read out comments. I'm saying that because I can see you playing with your phone.
I'm just telling my parents that, well, my dad, oh, that's going to take a lot of getting used to.
Yes, I know.
Oh my God.
I know. Unfortunately, that's when you lose somebody like that. That's what happens.
Yeah. I was just telling them about the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
It hits you when you least expect it.
It really does.
Yeah. Anyway, Humbrol enamels, if you can find... And this is something, actually, I think it was Malk's Models did, like, mystery bags. And one of the things that they had was stuff that they can't sell that they get from collections, which includes tins of paint that they're still usable, but they're second-hand. So, you know...
There's nothing wrong with usable second-hand paints.
Yeah, and I think it was from their mystery bag I got... It was either that or the Sawyer Models mystery bag.
Oh, I missed out on his N-Gage ones. He had N-Gage mystery boxes at one point. And I didn't find out about them until he'd already sold them all.
Why didn't he tell you?
Well, we didn't. We weren't good friends back then.
Oh.
This is how long ago it was. Okay, it looks like Jenny's painting plastic blue. She's painting
It's a trick of the
what we
light.
would call a cold grey plastic, cold green.
It's actually a green grey. It's Humbrol number, I think it's 31.
It's green grey.
The lid's upside down at the moment, but I think it's Humbrol 31. But this is a tin from my childhood. I bought this tin. I think I probably paid only 39 pence for it. That used to be the price point.
Andy says he's planning to bring the mystery boxes back. Yay! There's something I didn't do this weekend. I didn't talk to War World Scenics, even though I was going to.
I talked to them once at setup and said I'd be back. It never got back to them.
It was such a busy thing, and I had to sit down before I passed out anyway. But I didn't talk to War World Scenics, so I wanted to talk to them about their upcoming war game. And I didn't pick up a mystery bag from Oxford Rail. And I always pick up a mystery bag from Oxford Rail.
Yeah.
I always pick one up, and I didn't.
Can I just say that we will be visiting both War World Scenics and Oxford Rail next month. We're going to be filming a video, and I'm really looking forward to that. So that will be your opportunity to pick up the stuff that you want.
RG Models 86 says, shouldn't you prime the model first? Well, it depends on the paints you're using.
Humbrol enamel, especially the old stuff, the good stuff.
With the old enamels, you don't have to. I would recommend, under most circumstances, that you prime a modern 3D printed thing. If you're using modern paints, definitely prime.
Modern paints don't have the coverage.
They do, but they need a prime first because it's got a bit of grip.
Yeah, whereas what you'll find, the old Humbrol enamels, I would say use a primer with the newer ones, but I'm using a tin that was brand new in probably about 1992. So this has got the stuff in which they're not allowed to use anymore.
Yeah, for good reason.
Yeah, I can smell the good stuff. Yeah,
yes,
listen to the colours.
Take care, Mike. Thanks for coming along. Have a great night.
Yeah. So all this is, I want a base colour. It's going to get weathered, but it's something that it's got to be weathered over something. Right, what I need to do now is clean my brush. Is there brush cleaning fluid down there? If not, I'll just use the thinners, actually, to be honest with you. If there's nothing there...
I don't know what the brush cleaning fluid would look like. What's it called?
White spirit.
White spirit.
Is there some there? No, that's realistic.
That's realistic water.
No, there isn't.
Packet of glue.
Right, so
No.
could you twist off that top?
Yes.
So, enamel thinners... You can also clean your brushes in this. Set off, not just... Right.
RG Models 86, unfortunately, we won't be able to come down on a Thursday for the Swansea Railway Modelers group.
RG Models 86, actually, Guion did ask us whether we would be able to come and visit. So we already had an invite, but unfortunately, due to our schedule, we're actually down there for a family event at Ustragunlice. So, unfortunately, our itinerary is quite tight.
Jen has to go home to the homeland to replenish the dirt that she sleeps in. Like a vampire.
I'm afraid I have to go and see the mothership. Actually, it's not the mothership anymore because...
There's no one left?
Yeah, unfortunately. And it's quite sad in a way. It's like all the family... They're either distant or moved on, sort of thing. I think, my uncle's down there somewhere. I think he's in Morriston, which is actually where War World Scenics is. Now, one of the other things I wanted to say about the good stuff. Actually, do you want to turn on that light switch there? Because it's a bit dingy on this table. So, there we go. Oh, that's a bit better. So you can see... There's some really good coverage from the old formula paint, and it dries really quickly. This is nearly dry. I'm holding it by the nub underneath. Sometimes, if you blow on it, it actually dries quicker. But I'm just going to press the button.
Hit deliver!
Because watching paint dry is probably not a great thing to do. Now, actually, just round the corner there, you'd see my thing that's got, like, little clips on for holding stuff.
Yeah.
Now would be a good idea for me to clip this in.
Yeah, it would.
So if you pass that over, and then I can clean stuff, and then we'll wait for it to dry, and then I'm going to do some weathering. I'm going to use powders. The reason for this is because if you use washes... then it will reactivate the paint unless you give it a good long time to actually set. Now, hot tip for you here. Tin of paint, and you want to make sure that lid is back on. So...
Yeah, give me a second while you're doing this, because I have to refit the thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we try to be professional, but we are
Doesn't really
a couple
work.
of fat lasses in a loft.
Yeah.
So we have to do what we can.
So I'm just trying to reseal this, and it's not playing ball. You'll find this a lot, especially with older tins that are half used up. And tip it around. I'm going to give it a shake. I'm going to risk splashing myself now. I'm going to do it down here near the carpet because we don't care about the carpet. So,
it's not like everyone trains, huh?
yeah, no, carpets are not really for trains. But let's just give the brushes...
Your feet warm, though.
Yeah, so you can have that point back at me now. So
I am.
a little bit of a project. You're going to see this turn up on Midydd Tatus Newydd. So Newydd is being added to the title to denote that things have changed. Like I said before,
A lot's changed, to be fair.
yeah, it's almost like a different layout. I'm very, very impressed with it. So, I think that... Oh, this
What
lid...
have you done? Have you broken it?
No, the lid doesn't want to seal.
Well, that's because you
Very,
smell.
very annoying.
That's because you've been
Yeah.
playing about and being silly buggers.
Yeah. Oh... What
What have you done?
The tube split. Oh no! My glue, the Yoo-hoo, the actual metal has split. That really...
You who to you too?
Mm.
Stick a bit of tape on it, it'll be fine.
Yes. Oh, that's annoying. Right. I'm just looking for a G-clamp and a couple of bits of metal.
I thought you used all bits of wood.
No. So it's actually...
Are you? What the hell is that?
It's a thing. So what I'm going to do...
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously, bear with me. Yeah, I knew that was going to come into play. Bear with me.
You're called?
It is a good way to ensure that your tins do seal. So I've got them in a G-clamp. You need 2 bits of metal. So
Is that an ancient graphics card?
No, it's a blanking plate for an O-gauge model.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I've got the G-clamp on there, 2 bits of metal to stop the tin from distorting. I'll give it a good shake now. And the reason for the shake is you want to coat the underside of the lid with the paint so it seals it. And I'm going to put that down there out of the way and just leave that. So there we go. Let's clean up my screwdriver and you'll see, yay!
It's
Good as
covered in
new.
stuff.
Good as new.
It's covered in bits.
Good as new now. Shut up.
It's covered in smells.
Oh, you love smells.
You love smells.
Right. So
People who use too much glue are quite stuck up.
hold on. Tumble clowns. So Paul Hewitt says you should play Hammers Out to the Fall when the old hammer comes out. Knockers Lane says I have enamel paint in tiny small bottles that was in my dad's modelling bits and pieces. Yeah, as what I was saying before, Malk's Models did mystery bags. Also, Sawyer Models did. And I can't remember which one I got it in, but I got some old tins of Humbrol enamel, aka the good stuff. And even when they're half used, they're better than the
Sawyer
new stuff.
Models said that all the tins that were in his mystery boxes were new. Were unopened even.
Yeah, because you can tell from the font on the Humbrol enamel tinlets when they're from.
Yeah, and as long as they've never been opened, then they're fine.
Even if they have been opened, if they've been resealed, they're generally okay. And FYI, Andy, if you get in half-used ones but they're still liquid, I'll have them. Leslie Gilpin Railway says, moved from Morriston to Clydach on Towie, but soon moved to Cardiff. Or should we say Cardiff? Oasis didn't get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, says Raymond Legs. Oh, that's a shame. Nigel Cole says, yes, I remember Airfix paints in glass bottles, which I had.
Wow.
Stevie Film says, I'm currently drawing part of a disused New York subway station we will be using for our shoot. Also fade and draw South Ferry Loop Station, which is disused and has a track radius of 200 feet. Cool. Ham Shackleton says, seal in a tin. Oink, oink. No, surely it should be the seal of approval. It's getting very hot up here.
Yes,
now,
it is.
Blimmin' heck, 8:15.
Yeah.
Where did the time go? Raymond Legg says Outcast got in the Hall of Fame instead.
Yeah. So did Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, but Oasis should have really. But then again, there's a bit of an attitude with
Oasis are a bunch of gits.
I see. The thing is, at the time, I preferred Oasis, but now I find Blur better.
Yeah, on the Oasis versus Blur fight, Blur won. Oasis music is good, but the people aren't. They annoy me.
Well, Liam Gallagher, I was found to be very arrogant, but Noel, when away from his brother, actually seems quite all right.
But with his brother, they're bad influences on each
fight.
other.
Not a huge fan of either, says Richard Knowles. I mean, there's a lot. I like Radiohead. I always a lot of these groups, if they're still on the go, I'm not still listening to them. It's weird. Like Radiohead, first 3 albums, love them. No idea what they've done since then.
Oh my goodness, I am burning up.
It's very, very hot. New Model Railway says Oasis were great, Blur were greater, Pulp were the greatest.
Pulp are good, but I don't like Jarvis Cocker.
Jarvis Cocker I was found to be a bit
He's
arrogant.
incredibly arrogant.
But then again, becoming really famous
Does that to a person.
can do that. Joy Division, New Order, The Cure, says Richard Knowles. Yeah, 3 good ones there. Now we're going to try and show some videos.
Yeah,
The reason
so I'm
is
just bringing up a video to make sure that it's all turned off. It is.
yeah, it is. I don't actually use this computer to watch videos, so that'll be why it's still turned off.
Nev Gage says, "I saw Oasis before they were famous. I've just liked them ever since." You saw them before they were famous as well, didn't they? Didn't you?
Yeah, pubs in South Manchester. School friend. I would have been in 4th year, something like that. And it's like, oh, you got to come and see this group. So we got dragged down there, and I got to see Oasis before they were signed. They were actually the first group I ever saw who went on to become famous. And that kind, I think that was probably most of the reason I liked them. It was just being young, and it was like, oh, I saw these guys before they were cool. Same with Coldplay. I didn't see them, but I had their demo. So I do like early Coldplay stuff, just not the newer stuff. Yeah, I'd agree with you there. Summer Breeze, Mother Railway, John and Holly can't beat Queen. I do like Queen. I'm a bigger fan of their sort of 80s and 90s stuff, but not after Freddie Mercury. Sadly, when Freddie Mercury passed away, that's sort of, for me, the cut-off point for Queen. I'm not really a big fan of anything that they did afterwards. Jordan Hunter, I really like Iron Maiden. I have all of their albums up to and including Brave New World.
Wow.
Seen them live in concert as well.
I've seen Iron Maiden live. My first...
I've met Adrian Smith and Bruce Dickinson.
My first live gig was Lesbian Bed Death.
Was that your first?
Yeah, I don't normally go to stuff, but I love...
What did you do as a teenager?
I coded games and went on the internet. I was a nerd, not a music nerd, a nerdy nerd.
Can I just say that is now pretty much dry. It's slightly tacky in places, but I'm going to move on to doing some weathering in a bit. I might have to do it after the thing, but I just thought you might like to see me do something for Minith Tattoos.
I think I've only actually been to 3 things. Lesbian Bed Death with you, Iron Maiden, and we saw my favourite comedian, Steve Hofstadter.
Yeah. Groups I've seen live, 3 Colours Red, Space.
Oh, I love to see Space.
Yeah, but they were arrogant as well.
Oh, of course they were. They were
Lesbian
always
Bed Death. I've seen a ZZ Top. I have to actually, I would say...
I would have loved to have seen ZZ Top.
I saw... No, it's ZZ Top, you muppet.
I did it on purpose.
I know you did. You're like Sarah Kennedy on Radio 2 when she was a presenter. She used to call them ZZ Top, and it was like, no. I'm sorry. I know how to pronounce Z properly, but the group is called ZZ Top. But no, they were actually... oh, God, we've walked into memory lane and got mugged here. ZZ Top are the best performers I've ever seen live. Like, head and shoulders above everybody else. And I wasn't a massive ZZ Top fan. Yeah, I knew like Odd Tracks, but I got persuaded to go and see them by a friend. And you know what? It was the best thing I ever got persuaded to go and see. We saw them in Liverpool, and they are incredible. Well, they were incredible live performers. Peter Jackson Chigley says the 3 beards, ZZ Top. No, the only guy who doesn't have a beard was the guy whose surname is Beard.
And they used to be a cover band.
They did actually. It was like it was a '60s group that they were a covers band of, and then they kind of morphed. Who else have I seen? I've seen The Darkness. They were very good. Napalm Death, At the Gates. I've done some really hard stuff. I'm trying to think. I saw so many people back in the day. When I used to do the radio at university, got to interview quite a few people. Some of whom went on to become famous, some didn't. Charlie Chimp says, I prefer Classic FM in the car, but I often listen to the 1920s radio channel online at home. Never heard of that one, actually. But...
Oh, talking of radio, there's this brilliant website that I wish I could remember the name of. And it just lets you scan all the radio stations from around the world that also broadcast online.
Right.
and there's a random button, and it was amazing.
What'd you get?
I pressed a random one and got somewhere in the Middle East.
Did you get like Peruvian nose flutes?
It was a mixture of traditional Middle Eastern music and heavy metal. And it was one of the best things I've heard ever.
Did you remember which station it was?
I have no idea. But it's like, this is good. I need to remember this, and then I didn't.
Marcus Muggins says, I've met Captain Sensible from The Damned. He's a railway enthusiast, although I'm not sure if he's a modeller. I'm surprised if there's more modelers than you think.
We're everywhere.
No, it's something I was talking to Pete Waterman about. It's
one
of the interviews I did with him. You'll be able to find it on my channel.
Yeah.
And I actually asked him, what did he find that a lot of people, because his office at PWL was he had O-gauge stuff in cabinets. I said, so did you ever find people who were like, wow, model railways? And he says, yeah, all the time. There's a lot of performers who actually, everybody likes trains. I bet you even Kylie Minogue went, choo-choo. Yeah, choo-choo.
So, we've got our first video for the night. This one's from Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath. This is ex-Southern Railway 34081 at Bury at the Legends of Steam 2 event on the 15th of March.
So we're getting up to date.
We don't. So you've got to be careful. Some of these we end up playing the same thing twice.
Pretty sure we haven't seen this.
Yeah, Rubes does Trains and Travels. Of course, Kylie likes trains. Trains are cool.
No, Jan, you're missing the point. She sang the song "Do the Locomotion."
That was a cover, technically.
Yeah. You gotta swing your hips now. Come on, baby.
There used to be a dance when I was at school. It was kind of obligatory. All the girls had to do the dance, and I dance in such a way that you would think that
you appear to be trying to put out several small fires.
Yeah. Can I just say, epileptic spiders have better moves than me on the dance floor. I'm not one of nature's dancers.
This looks interesting.
Yeah, this is the East Lancs Railway is always good fun. Battle of Britain, 92 Squadron, City of Wells, and the spam cams all look the same to me. But I did get a cab ride in the City of Wells. I think there's a video on. I think there's a video on the channel from quite a few years ago from the cab ride. I don't know whether I filmed in the cab. I should have done. Yeah, Bullied Locomotive. City of Wells is God tier, says Simon Trades Railway Showcase. I have cabbed it on the line. I rode in City of Wells cab from Bury to all the way to Haywood.
And we got all the steams coming out. There it goes. Beep, beep. Time to go.
Michael Sarsfield says, can see the spam on the spam can. Now, I'd just like to say that I'm betting there's a few people who have snuck in unseen to Gandalf because he's been busy eating outrageously chocolatey biscuits. My new favourite biscuits.
They were very, very good. Very good.
Yes.
They pair very well with the Hoffling leaf. It's good for the buff.
Yes.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor in the early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. So there we are. A great video there. Thank you so much,
Peter Jackson. That was really nice,
no.
actually.
Marcus Muggins says East Lancs Railway unfortunately suffered a vandal attack recently. Coach windows smashed.
It looks like someone has actually gone along purposefully to just destroy.
So was this when it was parked up, or was, because I know when I was talking to engine crew there, they said that they had occasional issues with scum on the Haywood extension, trying to apparently they had one particular little scrotum who would lie in the bushes with an air rifle and try and take out windows. So knowing where this guy was hiding out, they'd all be ready on the footplate, each with a lump of coal. And when they saw him, they'd all fling lumps of coal at him. And, it was like a cheer would go up when they scored a direct hit. Yeah, it's like, to be honest, vandals really, really annoy me. They should...
Yeah, and I still haven't forgiven them for taking down Rome.
No, but there should be stiff penalties, really stiff penalties. Stocks and pillories and mouldy old fruit being thrown. I think public humiliation, there's a lot to be said for that.
They sent a folded up purple cloak to the emperor in the east, saying that the West needs no emperor. I have not forgiven them.
Oh my word, Summer Breeze Mother Railway John and Holly says, that's disgusting, Marcus. Some vandals destroyed a memorial in Dudley over the weekend.
Oh, for goodness sake.
There's some real scumbags out there.
That actually is something that normally they don't like. There's always been an unwritten rule: you don't touch a war memorial.
To be honest, there should be really stiff penalties, and I think public humiliation is one of the things.
It's the only thing that they'll listen to, because they
take
don't
the hoodies
care.
off them, and it's like just have them in the pillories with a sign that says "scumbag."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next up, on a lighter note, we've got a message from Shanghai 264359 saying. Hello to both of you. I thought you'd like this 3-minute video of an American double-stack intermodal train.
Ooh, yes.
Yes, we would. Thank you very much. Here we go.
The UP Employee Pride locomotive. So it's Union Pacific.
Yep.
This is an SD70.
Here we go.
Ooh.
I love the American stuff.
Yeah. Hey, is that one of the tank cars
that
from Roker Prototype Models in the background there? That tank car.
It looks like it.
It does look like it might be. Do let us know, actually. I'm curious, because they're great models. So, we did the review on them. Unfortunately, this being quite a UK-based channel, it didn't get the audience that they deserved, but certainly
Look at
incredible
the
models over in the US.
Oh my God. The sheer length of some of these things.
Mm.
there weren't many takers that day, but the next day it was full.
Mm. And this is the layout, isn't it? Where it's got the
Oh,
disguised
that is an amazing
controller. So just to the left there, if you pan
Yeah.
across, this is a very ingenious way of disguising your controller.
Yes, it's in that building.
Yeah, from what I remember. Yeah,
Yep,
there
there
it
it
is.
is.
There it is. So really, really well disguised. A Gauge Master twin track controller. Very, very effective.
Oh, this is so good.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. Lovely layout. I like the cracked pavement on the road. Something that seems to afflict American roads more than over here. I don't know why. I think it's to do with the ratio of tar to stone. And also quite often bigger temperature fluctuations throughout the year.
Yeah, that was something that I had to deal with a lot when I was a local councillor. People would complain about the state of the roads. That can't you just put down this cheap fill in the cracks tarmac? I said,
No.
yeah, but we'll be back out in a couple of weeks when it breaks, because you've got to have the right stuff for the right temperature gradient you're likely to have in the area, and the cheap stuff doesn't work here.
Yeah, because what you've got to remember is you need less tar, more stone if it's exposed to hot weather, and that stops it melting, because you don't want the road surface melting.
Yeah.
But that same mix is not good in very cold weather, because
it won't stick.
And it's not that it won't stick, it's just that it effectively freezes. The tar is not fully solid, as it were. And when the weather goes really cold, it actually becomes brittle.
Yeah.
So thank you
terrible.
so much for that. And when it's brittle, that's when you get the potholes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sending that in. It's lovely to see different stuff.
Are the tumble of clowns about? Always a straggler. But Richard, the reason I ask is because I want the one with the trombone. Because Richard Gruder says when I reported a pothole, they said they will look into it. Maura King says, John, my hubby was from Dudley. Whenever I see Dudley written on road signs, I feel compelled to go, Dudley. No, it's Dudley.
Sorry.
I'm going home. Dudley.
Arcadere.
Arcadere. I don't see it.
Jasper Carrot has so much transport.
Love Jasper
He
Carrot.
was brilliant.
Yeah.
A comedian that just wanted to make you laugh.
Michael Sarsfield says, I can play golf on my road with all the potholes. The trouble is you keep losing your ball in the water hazards because the potholes fill up with water.
They do round here.
Yeah.
So next up we have a message from Chobberton Junction.
Hello.
Who says, hope this is something that you might like to show. We're always happy to show. So we've got here, building a realistic model railway, Eric Tracy, Stania Black 5 on the go.
Ooh. Always like a bit of on the go.
Yeah, pressing the buttons is beep beep.
Okay.
Here we go.
Deliver. Summer Breeze Model Railway, John and Holly says, that's a small world, Mauro. We aren't far from the crooked house that got set on fire. And so is that being rebuilt now?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
That looked like real water. That was...
That's deep port resin, I think. But look at the scenery. Oh, wow.
This is phenomenal.
Now this, I love this kind of rugged scenery. It's kind of what I've been trying to do on Minith Tattoos Newydd. But Chobberton Junction, you have done a stunning job.
And the choice of angles is so good.
Yeah, and this is something else as well I've tried to do on Minith Tattoos Newydd. Is there's a place where I've got trees on both sides of the tracks. The idea being that you then get to see the trains through the trees. And I've often considered this to be really, really quite a great way of watching your layout. Good scale speed as well there. Very smooth running locomotive.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe a Stay Alive is employed, but nice track as well. You can see that the track sides being painted really does improve things. This is a great layout. Thank you so much for sharing.
This is so good. You can't beat low level shots, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Feeling like you're actually there.
Yeah. This is a great video. I love this layout. Oh look, there's like a firebox glow going on in there as well. You can just right, so it's uncoupled from the track. Look at the track work in the foreground and the ballasting.
The brickwork.
It's the track work and the ballasting. Look at that, people. That's really nice track actually. Really nice layout, and look at that.
Oh, those sheep are brilliant.
Oh, they've been static grassed, haven't they?
That looks so
Raymond
good.
Lex says, me and my friend used to make fun of a teacher who was bald and had a shiny head. Now, over 20 years later, I have a shiny head. Oh, you were chrome down then. Look at that. That is so well done. And that's the canal tunnel underneath.
This is the kind of look that I want for the country areas on that scale extra layout I'm going to do.
This is really, really
thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Gordon Aiken says, apologies for my tardisness. See what you did there. Hope everyone enjoyed their weekend and got some bargains. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
But a degree of lateness, Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Some really nice rocks there as well, and you see how they blend in. It's something that hopefully there's some stuff on the Minith Tattoos Newydd rebuilds about doing stuff like that.
The rocks and the grass, it just looks so good.
That is really, really good.
Oh,
lots of different textures, colours, and the outcrops of rock work so well. So thank you so much.
You've done amazing work there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So really great layout. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I don't know if Chobberton Junction's in tonight, but if anybody sees them, do let them know that we thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah, 3B rail, fantastic layout.
So good.
Absolutely. So
we are starting to feel the effects of the heat.
Yes.
Because the computer is starting to chug a little bit.
Unfortunately, it does get quite warm. Yeah, Rubster's Trains and Travels says TARDIS on the bridge. It is. It has been spotted though already. I don't think anybody spotted the other one, although, hint, it's spoiler alert, it's not been moved. Looks to be modelled on the West Highland line, says Richard Knowles. Yeah, I can see that. So thoroughly enjoyed that. So what have we got next? So this is Let's Make Tracks.
It's a music video.
Ah, right. No, we can't play that. But thank
It
you
is one
so
of
much.
his, but I'm going to put the link into the chat.
Yeah, so
Because
this is
I like to support people, but
absolutely.
I don't think
and
we
this can play is it. This is Pete from the Making Tracks team, actually. So had the pleasure not at Key Model World Live. I didn't get a chance to speak to any of them particularly, but at one of the previous shows did have a good chat with them. Raymond Legg says it's 81 degrees over here. 81 degrees Fahrenheit, I hope it is, not Celsius.
if it's Celsius, get into to the shade now.
Yeah, it says the Northern Hemisphere is hot. God, please turn the sun down. Well, I fired up the air conditioner that we've got in our bedroom for the first time today. Whew, it is nice.
It still annoys me that people think that climate change isn't real. It's like, dude, I don't care if you're looking at old historic temperature things. The fact is, it was colder before and it's warmer now. And since we are masters of this earth, let's turn the temperature down. I'm a bit warm.
Yes, yes. Michael Sarsfield says, can see a nice breakdown train in the siding. Spot the TARDIS at the Loco shed. No, it's not at the Loco shed. Which angle are we showing? The TARDIS is by the bridge. Yeah, there's a couple of the Bachmann breakdown cranes, and one of the things actually with the Ellis Clark Trains announcement of those demountable tanks is that they often ran in departmental use right through to the early 1990s with the breakdown cranes as a supply of water. Now, next
This
video.
is from Rawston.
So this is from, is it Rawston Junction or just Rawston?
Could be Rawston Junction.
It says, good evening, Jenny, Zoe, Gandalf, Toasters, Tumble of Clowns, including the Straggler, Monday Clubbers, late or otherwise.
A Monday clubber is never late, Rawston.
I hope everyone is well. Are we well?
As well as we're going to be. Why is Topsy on the floor?
Because I moved him.
Give him a cuddle.
Yeah, hold
You know
on.
you want.
Let me...
You know you want to.
Oh, shut up.
There he is.
Right, here's another video for your show. If you have time, the Bachmann Rails of Sheffield, London and North Western Railway improved President Class novelty number 5036 from around the layout. Is this the maroony coloured one? Because I really wanted the maroon one, but I ended up with the London and North Western Railway black.
Improved President Class novelty. Here we go.
Well, that's a Princess Coronation. This one always reminds me of the intro to Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, well, we don't want to get a copyright match. And if you think that'll never get a copyright match, can I just say that? Yeah, it is the one I thought of. It's a beautiful loco and a beautiful livery. I would say that's the most eye-catching of the ones they did. Although I went for I went for Lucknow in London and North Western Railway lined black. I don't regret it, but I would have loved to have had both. I just couldn't justify it. So, running session.
Running session. Run, they do run.
Hodgkinson Station.
Oh, nicely done. I thought that was a photo.
And those are lovely. They're the Hattons Genesis coaches.
Which looks so good.
Yeah. They do. They do.
I still think the Hattons Genesis stuff was a really good idea.
Well, Rails of Sheffield are doing more of them.
Excellent.
So they will live on. One of the things, though, about the improved precedent was that very jittery unless you turned off back EMF. I know a lot of people had a lot of issues with them. But
that is a lovely layout.
I love those gardens. There's a lot of detail in those gardens. Don't forget to hit the like button as well as we go through this. Consider sharing the stream to social media. Let other people know about the amazingness that is the Monday Club. Of course, as well, Monday Club wagons are still available. They are low stock, but the Daypole wagons... guys, please tell me. Is there a problem with the Daypole wagons? Or is it just that money's tight? Or...
I think we've hit on at the wrong time.
8F?
I honestly think we hit on at the wrong time.
Well, Peachy sold out. It's TT120. I think...
To be fair, though, there's not much run stock.
I think the problem is the Oh, the Jenny Kirk O-Gauge 7-plank wagons, only 4 left. Oh, they have gone down. So,
Wow.
Maura King says, so what's your next show? Might be the Bluebell Model Railway one, I'm not sure.
Wow.
Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says, I saw some Monday Club wagons on the TMC stand at Key Model World Live. Yes.
Yeah.
They did have a load, and clearly some sold because they're going down. But it's probably still showing 10 plus on the TMC website.
Yeah, but if there's only 11 left, it'll say 10 plus.
Yes. So all we know is that there's at least 11. Those houses with the gardens really are great. I love the detail with the flowers and stuff.
I like that tower
really
at the
nice.
back as well. Is that a church?
I think it's a church. The Mineth Tattoos Quarries tank wagon just says just more than 10. So all we know is there's at least 11.
Yeah.
3B rail.
No, you haven't missed anything about it. We're just wondering.
We're lamenting the fact that the Daypole ones seem to have started. I went with Daypole because they were cheaper, but I'm getting a feeling that people aren't as keen on the quality of the tooling.
I don't think it's even that. I genuinely think that at the moment it's just one of those things.
But we are currently in negotiations with a manufacturer. It's not Daypole, before anybody asks. For the next Monday Club wagon. What I will say though is that if the next ones take a long time to sell as well, then we might have to take a year or two off because we can't afford to have lots of unsold stock. It must be said.
That's the thing. There's just the two of us, and
just the two.
We've put a huge amount of cash into this. We don't make profit on these things.
No,
or at least if there's profit, it's like a couple of quid.
I mean, one of the things I found with the Daypole wagons is that there wasn't much wiggle room. Yes, they're cheaper, but we're actually making almost nothing. You're talking pennies on every wagon.
The purpose of them has not been to make money.
We do it for the community.
Yeah, it's been so that people can have them and that we can all enjoy them.
James Pets, great to see you. So speaking personally, I don't mind Daypole wagons, but I don't have a use for private owner wagons on any of the layouts in which I work, and I don't buy models unless I can use them on a layout.
Yeah,
that's fair enough. I mean, the William Loudon Sons wagons sold really well. The next wagon, we like to oscillate. So we've had a private owner one because people who run like pre-grouping Big Four really like that sort of thing, and they're still good for early BR. The next wagon, what we're planning will be suitable for anybody modelling from sort of 1960s through to, I guess, 1990s and preservation. So that's just a little hint for you. And it's going to be something just a little bit different. So do look out for them. But as I said, if we have another one that sticks, we've got to be careful. I mean, it's not going to break the bank, but it's a lot of money tied up in wagons that I can't do anything with.
Yeah, that's the issue. Because it is us.
James Pett says, the Pal Brick Wagon I did buy because I can use it on the club layout. I know.
Thank you so much.
I'm absolutely thankful everybody who supported the Monday Club Wagons. And you know,
please
the first one.
Please don't see this as us complaining.
No, we're not.
That we're expecting things from you. We're not. We're just saying that we need to
Richard
make
Knowles says the only wagons I have for my layout are BR era air or dual brake stock, where you might be pleasantly surprised by what we're planning. 3B Rail says, sign me up for a couple of the next ones now. I think they will be, I was talking with the manufacturer and we're looking at a rough estimate of being about this time next year. So we're not... Oh, Maddenstein Railway says, you might be interested in the fact I've lost my leader. It seems that it fell from the car when I was... How did it fall from the car?
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, man.
How would it... has it been... Has somebody helped themselves, or did you leave it on the roof? I'm so sorry to hear. I mean, it's not a cheap model, I'll say that much.
No, it isn't.
Busby Junction says, the wagon is fantastic, thank you very much. But to some, a wreck tank wagon is a less wanted model.
And that's an issue, that is an issue. We pick what we think is different and interesting, but at the same time,
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I went for the wreck tank was that a lot of people, I mean, there's twofold. I had a lot of requests for a tanker, and also people did complain that, oh, they're quite expensive, and, commissioned wagons always are. So on the back of that, I went with the wreck tank from Daypole because it was a tanker and because it was half the price. Peter Jackson, Shield Heath, that's what the wreck tank is, and we've had the tanker. What I will say is that the next item, I'm going to look at a van. We've had various open wagons, and we've never had a van, so it's going to be a ventilated van. British Railway Enthusiast says, "Hi, it was nice meeting you at the show. I am the person who said, can you run the FEF? The FEF? I think autocorrectors.
Fell.
Could be the fell. Not sure. Yeah. I vaguely remember talking to you. Yes. I talked to a lot of people at the show. But always good to meet you. But there seems to be a few latecomers, Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Jen,
So-
we've got a few minutes left, and I thought we'd...
Sorry, can you just scroll it back up? I'm just seeing whether Madden Steam Railways came back and said what they thought might have happened.
Don't think so.
No, I said, we're really sorry to hear Madden Steam Railways.
Yeah.
So really sad to hear. I mean, that's like, even if it's not DCC ready, what is it, like 200 quid?
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. I mean, I'd be gutted. Don't really know what to say.
There's not a lot to say, though. Sympathy is the big thing.
Which livery was it?
Like, Jen, we've only got a few minutes left, and we've had a message from Greg7. He's one of the lucky winners of the Key Model World tickets.
So, hi Jenny and Zoe, says Greg7. So, I'd just like to say a big thank you for the tickets to Model World Live. You're absolutely welcome. But also, a big thank you to Mike Wilde at Hornby Magazine, who hooked us up with those tickets for giveaway.
So
It says, it was good to meet you both at the show. I've attached a few pictures of some regular Monday Club contributors I found at the show. Yeah. Ooh. So, let's bring up. We've got some.
I believe this might be an iron horse.
It's the Gasmaster.
Oh.
Only joking. Now, Iron Horse
In
Railways.
his new venture as part of DCC Concepts.
Yeah, apparently, though, it's very hard on your feet.
I
I
bet it
mean,
is.
my feet were wrecked after one day, so he has nothing but my sympathies. Oh, who are these reprobates? Look at them. Pair of tossers off YouTube, them two. I don't know why you want to photograph with them.
And Izzy was there too. Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, excellent. And, that's Jonathan
I think
Newton.
we know him.
Yeah, I had him on as a guest a few weeks ago.
Lovely guy.
Jonathan Newton, great guy, and I did talk to him a couple of times at the show, but he was busy.
Oh, flitting
because
about
he
everywhere,
works for
yeah.
Hornby Magazine.
His diorama with all the pieces from
I
Black
didn't get
Five.
to see that. Did you get pictures?
No,
Oh.
for some reason when I was talking to him about it, either the camera was still in my bag or I'd left it at Sawyer
You sent
Models.
me photos of it, so I
Yeah,
have seen it.
I've seen it on the
Yeah.
Facebook page.
Iron Horse
But, my
Railway
goodness.
says, Zoe, wear skirts more. I've been telling her that for ages.
I dressed like this because I know the place is going to be hot, so I was
Yeah.
wearing the lightest
With
things I had.
ventilation.
And you know what? I still had heat stroke. I had to sit
It was
down.
very hot. Oh, but if you'd have been in your old sweat tubes.
Oh, I know.
So, Peachy TT120
Yes, I
by the
believe that's a
Hellion stand.
peachy.
Nice. So, anybody else? Oh, it's
New Junction, the lesser spotted New Junction.
Yeah, who was in earlier on.
Yeah.
Iron Horse Railway says, the gas man!
It was great to see you, Greg. Thank you so much.
Oh, excellent. So thank you so much for sharing those with us. I'm going to
Yeah.
press the button.
Hit the lever.
Stiff the lever.
Okay.
JL Railway says, cheers, summer breeze to you, bud. My hip was killing me after the show, says Zantec. Yeah, it's the hard floors. One of the things I always say, I think I said it before the show, last Monday, make sure you wear comfy shoes. There's no prizes for being a martyr to your feet. So Flymo Chairman 1 says the faces behind the names. Good to see you guys. Absolutely. Sarah Davis says skirts wouldn't help Iron Horse when he lets room. Surely he'd be like what's her name?
Straight out.
Yeah, no, what Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, now I'm gonna have that image in my head.
Oh dear.
So we've got a message here from Mark Edwards who says, "Hi Jenny and Zoe, I hope you're both keeping well.
Hello.
I've missed not seeing the Monday Club on air as much recently. These things happen, unfortunately.
I hope you're watching on catch up and still remembering to hit the like button.
No,
and
this is about the times that we missed a couple of Mondays.
Did we?
Yes.
Yes, we did. Yes, and I remember
Yes.
the reason, but we won't go into that.
Yeah.
So I thought I would send this little update on my garden railway. I've made a bit more progress with my other station in the garden. I've added lighting to my first platform canopy. Still loads more to do on it, but it's another step forward. So, really looking for... Oh, yes! Yes, he did. Oh, I was very impressed with this.
Yeah, this was impressive.
Because this is 00 in the garden, scenic. This is incredible. It's a bit like Trevor Jones, the garden rail we went
That
to
was
see.
an amazing place, and
Yeah.
he was a lovely guy as well.
Oh,
Absolutely
amazing
lovely guy.
gent. And it was a pleasure
I got
to
heat
visit.
stroke that day too.
Yes, you did. You make a habit of that.
I
But
don't make
this-
a habit of it. Try not to. I wear hats.
But it's like, my hat's off to you. Oh, thank you so much, JL Railways.
Thank you so much.
It was very kindly given. $1.99 on the Super Duper Chat says, I'm off, Jen and Zoe. Have a good week. Great stream. Thank
Take
you
care.
so much.
Thanks for
Take
coming
care.
along, man.
We do know it's a school night. And of course, don't forget, people, that... is there another picture, by the way?
Yeah,
There
from
we
the
go.
Other angle. Ooh.
I mean, my
It's
hat's
looking
off
good.
to people who do a 00 gauge, fully scenic like this in
Yeah.
the garden. I never quite managed this level. It's building the buildings. I've tried with the O gauge, and actually it's doing quite well.
Am I
But this
right
is
in
really
thinking
good.
that's a set of steps going down to an underground?
Yes, a subway.
So nice. That is very cool.
Also known as the place where the slugs live. Yeah. So thank you so much for that. Great to see that. Let's have Jab Light Cam.
Richard Swiderski says, what was that about Jonathan and the Black 5 layout? There should be some photos on the Monday Club Facebook page. If there aren't,
Yes, Jonathan
then I'm
has
sure someone will
shared
share
some.
them. Yeah.
Jonathan Newton has shared some photos. It's a work in progress, so it's not finished. It's not weathered and painted yet. But he's building a scrapyard kind of scene, and it's very impressive. I meant to ask him, actually, where all the bits come from, whether they're 3D printed, or whether he raided Ellis Clark's Black 5 Bits box.
I remember he said Ellis had given him some stuff.
That would explain it.
So
So,
I'm just going to try and find that.
we're going to see if we can... Unfortunately, Facebook is very good at trying to hide stuff.
And
from-
also, it's really good at just stopping.
Yeah, it's like,
just
oh
hold the
no,
entire thing.
no, hog. If you search Jonathan Newton in the group, and
That
it'll probably
is-
still try and. Oh no,
Yes,
you've
it will.
already seen that. You don't need to see that.
No, I don't normally do. Yeah, look at that. It's completely halted your screen.
Yeah, I think it's just not showing us.
That. There. It should show us what he's put into the. No, but it's just.
No, it said. It's,
Okay, it's complete. It's a complete
It's like,
mess, so it's not
no,
going to
we
happen.
will hide it from you. I hate Facebook. It's like, no, you show what
Facebook
I.
is the worst.
It's like, show me what I chose to see, not what you want to try and push at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made the entire computer freeze frame, so there we are.
That's how badly written.
Really sorry
Facebook
about
is.
it. Yeah. It's just, it's bloatware. So thank you everybody for joining us. Right, come on phone, let me in.
So anyway, we're coming up to the end of the show, and I've just realised I've closed down the thing so we can't show any more stuff. But I think we've had a great show. And as a summary, before we come to talk about a quick summary of the news, can we have a message from our sponsor?
The Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering, or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look right through to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey. So there we go. Oh, thank you so much, Andrew Bettis, who has very, very generously donated £4.99 on the Super Chat. Says, thanks for a good night. Oh, you're absolutely welcome, and thank you for joining us. It's always great to have your company, and that goes for everybody out
and
there.
Also, a big thank you to TMC, the Model Centre, for sponsoring the show.
Absolutely.
Always appreciated, and check them out for weathering and their second-hand stores as well.
Absolutely. Very extensive pre-owned collection with every model being thoroughly inspected and tested beforehand so that you can buy with confidence. But also I've been reminded during that promo roll that we're actually at Sawyer Models for their birthday bash on the 24th of May. DCC Concepts will also be there. So
and
it's
not just that, but I'm bringing my VR headset so people can try out Train Sim World virtual reality.
Okay.
Come to the model shop, drive an actual train.
Yeah, woo! Yes, shout at your passengers.
Yeah, open the window and shout at them to get on.
Yeah. Get on my train, pedestrians! So look, it's been really, really great. So Sarah Davis says, I'm down in London next Friday. Any model shops I should visit other than Jane's Trains? There's Invicta Models. I believe that's quite easy to get to. I think it's the Tube. There's a Tube stop close by. If it's not a Tube, it's a train stop. But it's, London's really easy to get around on public transport. Hello all, says DJK666. Says, Gandalf!
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to. Are you trying to do an impression of me?
Yes, I'm doing very well, thank you. Now,
very well.
Now go and eat biscuits.
I will.
Okay. 24th of May, Richard
24th,
Swirsky.
yes.
Yes. It's not May the 4th be with you. Use the fork, Luke.
Ham Shackleton says, the best job of all is an airline pilot. You can tell your passengers to belt up.
Or you can really worry them when they're all in the terminal waiting to get on. You can just wander around on the tarmac underneath and kick the tyres.
Or get on the... I saw a brilliant one. As a joke, a pilot got onto the plane after everyone was seated, holding a book saying how to fly a plane.
What? Flying a plane for dummies? What, walking down the thing going, so your first time? Mine too.
Don't worry, I think I've got the hang of it.
Yeah.
I only crashed on the simulator twice today.
Yeah. Ravenheart Modelling says, I just woke up from a danger nap. 30 minutes turned into 4 hours. The only trouble with that is you were awake all night.
I don't know. If I've had a nice nap, it'll keep me the strength.
We
for
love a
4
power
nights.
nap. Now, also just, you're about to see it coming into view. Just a reminder that the Clark Railworks Quad Arts are now out. Certainly the maroon and crimson versions are. You'll see those are the maroon ones going round behind an Oxford Rail N7.
They look lovely.
They do. Fully lit up inside. Really easy to put together and take apart as well. I think they've really cracked the connection between them. Really, really impressed. And there'll be a full review video on those coming, hopefully next week's video. This week's video is going to be the next part of the Minith Tattoos New with rebuild. There's a lot going on. I think where we left it, there's like a big hole in the hillside. But I'm going to be showing you how to do the cast your own Woodland Scenics Ready Rocks. And also, just a reminder that after the
smell your
stream,
brain.
we've got Gamehammer Classic Gaming live.
Yes.
What are you playing tonight on All Request Monday?
It is a request night, but the first request is actually a game called Mud Runners, which I was sent by Martin Vegas on Xbox One. We don't often do the Xbox One.
Oh, right. So if you had to move it in?
I haven't yet. I'm about to run off.
Oh, right. Well, can I make a request for later on?
Is it to shut up?
No. I've got it's like, don't do religion, but what about the Bible game on PS2 for a rarity, an interesting rarity that always makes me think of, there's an episode of The Simpsons where Bart Simpson ends up with Rod and Todd Flanders and they play that game, deeply religious game where they're trying to convert people.
Oh, yeah. You shot a Christian. No, he was only a Jesuit.
Yeah, they only winged him and turned him into
an Episcopalian.
Yeah, I thought that was great. But yeah, the Bible game always makes me think of that.
The Bible game's interesting because it's a quiz show.
It's a quiz show, but with the questions are basically all about, like, test your Bible knowledge sort of thing. But it's the only PS2 game that I believe that Ned Flanders would authorise the use of. But no, I just thought I'd put that out there. It's just something very different, and it's a very hard to get hold of game as well, for obvious reasons. So there we go. But anyway, just got time for me to say it's been an absolute honour having your company this Monday night. A huge thank you to all of you. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, please hit that like button. Consider sharing us to social media. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell. We've also got Monday Club wagons still available if you want to get one. They're probably down into the teens, but... and Monday Club badges too. You can pick up one of those, and certainly Key Model World Live. I talked to a few retailers, and a lot of people were making out like bandits with the discount.
Arriba.
One
That's what
person,
you want, though, isn't it?
can I just say, one person I spoke to, he said he bought from the Ellis Clark rummage sale. Ellis Clark, of course, as well, one of the retailers who partakes in the Monday Club in-person badge scheme. They bought about £600 worth of stuff from the Ellis Clark second-hand rummage, and that's quite a sizable discount. The discount came to
60 quid. But it's 10%.
No, it's 5%, so it's about 30.
5%, so 30 quid, not bad.
Yeah, and you think a Monday Club badge is only a £5, so he was in clover
already. Right.
So you're going to go on. You're going to move the X-Bone.
Yeah,
and
I'm off to move in Eggbox.
So anyway, you be gone. Take the biscuit with you as well and put that in the fridge because I think it's melted. And I will hold down the fort to stop it from floating away. And you'll get a prompt to automatically head on over to Gamehammer Classic Gaming Live. All you have to do is click the button and you will be there. But from all of us here at Waryard and the Monday Club, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.
The train now departing is the 2103 service to Bolton Trinity Road, stopping at Hutsfarty, Packham on the Back, Tatis Newith, Minith Tatis Newith, Hoggleton on the Hill. I'm having trouble remembering all of the stations that you've built.
All change at
change at Three Cocks for Lord Hereford's Knob.
Yes.
Pittsburgh somehow. Eindhoven. Boxton on File. Boxton Junction. Grove Street Yard. And then on to Bolton Trinity Road.
Yes.
That is the 2103 service to Bolton Trinity Road.
Change at Wet Wang for Pratt's Bottom.
If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the
Aren't
loft
you supposed
today,
to be
you'll
moving an
never
Xbox
believe your
One?
eyes. For every train there ever was gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Good night.
Monday Club for everyone, so come on and join the fun.
And say you're yum and have some fun.
You always ruin the end of the song.
Of course I do.
Now, will you take the biscuits, put them in the fridge because they've melted, and then go away?
Okay.
Yes.
I'll put them in the fridge and then I'll leave.
Yes, you will.
That sounds like no.
Yes, and make sure that Gandalf doesn't get stuck in the fridge again.
That's happened one time.
Oh, wait a minute. Hit the lever! I think the turntable's stuck on. Oh no, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, Chobberton Junction, great to see you. You are late, but we thoroughly enjoyed the video that you sent in, so thank you so much for that. Really, really impressed with your scenic detail. Gandalf has gone downstairs. He's probably trapped in the fridge by now. Oh, thank you so much, Gary Lewis. It says, TMC still got Jenny's wagon, just ordered one with light weathering. Oh, thank you so, so much. And like we're saying in the stream, we're in discussions with a manufacturer for the next Monday Club wagon. It's going to be a van, and it's going to be suitable for probably, if anybody wants to be prototypically accurate, 1960s, late 1960s through to early 1990s. So hopefully that will do pretty well. We're trying to keep the costs down, but I can't tell you anything about it just yet because the model has not yet been announced. When I say I mean the base model. Yes, Richard Swiderski, great to meet you as well. So it's that relaxing end of the evening time, and once the Cupboard Monkey is ready, I'll be handing you all over to Gamehammer Classic Gaming. Your live streaming goodness will continue. Managed to pick a scene, nothing's going on. Hit the lever! Looking forward to it, Simon Train's Mother Hour Showcase. The Cupboard Monkey actually put together one for our second channel, JK2, so we've got a little video over there from which is presented by the Cupboard Monkey. We've just got so many videos to put out, we decided it was one for the second channel, so that's where we've put it. If you're not already subscribed, do take a look for JK2, which is our second channel. We don't put a huge amount out on there, it must be admitted, but even so, it's there's a few interesting bits and pieces on there. Are you ready, Zoe? Right, so I just had word that Gamehammer Classic Gaming is ready for you on a Monday Night Live. So you guys take great care of yourself. You'll get a bit of a prompt and just hit the button and you'll be straight on over there. But from me to you, take good care. Happy modelling. Bye for now.